Good morning and welcome to Cylinders and the Gases Within, Tank Filling 101 with Indian Valley Scuba. What exactly is a tank fill, or as some may say, a refill? That's the actual process of putting a gas into a cylinder, maybe for the first time when the cylinder is brand new, or once it's been used and it's partially drained or nearly fully drained, topping it back off back to its starting pressure to use it for the next time. So when you're considering a source to get your tanks filled or refilled, there are some key elements that you should look for in your fill station. First, are there different pressures that tanks get filled to? Is there a standard fill pressure? While many have only been exposed to one or two types of tanks in their scuba experiences so far, there are many pressures that cylinders are designed to be filled at that are considered their design pressure, and that is the pressure that the engineers designed the tank around and the specifications of the materials to when it's filled to that pressure, it holds the volume of gas that the cylinder is known for, whether that's an 80 cubic foot tank, a 100 cubic foot tank, a 40 cubic foot tank, whatever it is, it's based on it being filled to its design pressure. So, are there different grades of air quality available? Yes, there is. The Compressed Gas Association has established standards within the United States that specify quality of gases, primarily having to do with contaminants or constituents that are not part of the primary gas that are allowed to be in the blend and up to their acceptable levels. Grade D, as in Delta, is considered the minimum grade of gas for breathing grade. You can use this in industrial applications, construction sites, situations such as that. You can scuba dive with grade D air. Grade E air is a cleaner air, and that is generally considered the minimum for scuba application. Grade E oxygen compatible air has even tighter requirements, and that can be used interchangeably for cylinders that are oxygen cleaned. For nitrox or oxygen fills, you can fill them with grade E oxygen compatible air and not violate the cleanliness. At Indian Valley Scuba, you will notice that our air is grade E oxygen compatible air. We pump that all year long, so whether we pump a cylinder full of air or a nitrox blend or an oxygen fill, you won't lose your cleanliness rating on your oxygen clean cylinder or valve. Is air the only gas that you would fill a tank with? Well, no. As I've just hit upon, many people will dive with nitrox. There are other gas blends. For technical diving, what's called accelerated decompression, where we might be using nitrox blends at 50% or greater, all the way up to 99% oxygen, which is the richest oxygen we can typically get without evacuating a cylinder, and we'll use that for our final decompression stops. We may also blend helium in that tank for what's called trimix for deeper dives and for greater clarity of mind and avoidance of oxygen toxicity. Does air go bad? This is often a question that's asked when tanks are being put away for the winter. Do I have to drain my tank and refill my tank in the spring? Air does not go bad. Nothing happens to the oxygen. Whether it's in an aluminum tank or a steel tank, there cannot be possibly enough corrosion activity on the surface of the metal to consume the oxygen in there that it would be measurable. Just get that tank out in the spring and let's get diving.